Shit.
No, I don't watch TV.
We watch it all the time, dude.
See, I haven't.
You got to watch the Americans against Canada. They're going to play for the gold.
Oh, yeah, for the gold?
Yeah.
When's that?
I think it's tomorrow.
Is it?
America beat I think they beat Finland or Sweden. Yeah, one of those Northern European teams.
Teams are supposed to win.
Well, no. Well, yeah, they could have quite possibly beaten the Americans.
Yeah.
But they beat them, and I think
overtime I saw that.
Maybe Canada's supposed to. I think Canada's playing today, and they're supposed to win their game. So I think like 4 years ago, there's a lot of shit talking like between the Americans and the Canadians, or maybe the cup. That I don't know. I don't follow hockey enough, man. Hockey's an awesome sport.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever watched a hockey game. I went to MSG and watched a game there.
Yeah.
Much like most sports, it's better when you're there watching it.
Yeah.
But I've never watched one on TV.
Really?
Even the playoffs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Playoff hockey's awesome.
Never watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
You sound
never got into it.
You sound very proud of that.
Just, yeah. Well, where I grew up in Pennsylvania, we didn't have hockey.
No?
So then you come here. No.
Well, yeah. So you had the Penguins. The Penguins.
Yeah. 3.5 hours. Phillies, 3.5 hours. Flyers, 3.5 hours the other way.
Yeah, right, the Flyers.
But it was never, back in the day, you only had certain channels. So it's not like you could just watch them.
Oh, so you couldn't really even watch hockey?
What I'm saying is my area was so far away from the two major teams.
Yeah.
You didn't really have people wearing hockey jerseys.
Oh, okay.
It's not something like everyone spoke about. Baseball, football, yeah.
Yeah.
Basketball, yeah. But hockey, no.
When I was a kid, I was like the height of the Islanders and Rangers fans, like hated each other.
Yeah.
Like I'm an Islander fan, but I haven't watched hockey in years. But I watched them win those 4 Stanley Cups, and I had nothing for like fucking 40 years.
Yeah. Welcome to Pirates.
Oh my God.
I haven't watched them win anything.
You know what?
How's it feel like?
It must suck.
You know that feeling.
Yeah, I do. But you know what though? I texted you the other day because I was watching Roberto Clemente. Might be one of the greatest baseball players that ever lived, dude. I don't think he gets enough. People think he was good.
He was,
bro. He was like, I think I don't know. He's one of the greatest baseball players that ever lived. I mean, his arm.
He died at 30.
Did he really?
Yeah.
How did he die?
Plane crash.
He died in a plane crash.
I think he got his 3,000th hit.
Yeah, I know he got that.
And then he was flying down to open up a sports
memorabilia.
No, like stadium.
Really?
And his plane crashed.
No way.
Yeah.
Maybe he was going to Epstein Island.
Why would you have to circle? Don't put Roberto Clemente and Epstein in the same sentence.
Oh my, yeah, right about that. I love Roberto Clemente. Yeah. Like, would it be bad if I got a Roberto Clemente jersey? I
think Maddie had one.
It's so funny. I don't know. Whatever I did before we went on the podcast started hitting me.
Oh, right yeah. I need another drink right now.
But what we talking about Roberto Clemente. Yes. But yeah, I watched the documentary on him recently and he was fucking amazing, dude.
Oh no, we were talking about hockey.
Hockey, yes. Back to hockey.
We'll bring this train right back around. Yeah. But when I moved here in like Long Island, where I worked, it was a lot of hockey people.
Okay.
And my lieutenant took offense to me saying I never saw the movie Miracle.
Really? He took offense to that?
Yeah. He's like, how could you never see that? I'm like, he's like one of the greatest sports movies ever.
Did you watch it live?
What?
Did you see that game?
I was 4.
Oh, I was 8. I saw it.
Okay, you can remember.
I saw it.
I didn't. I might have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was 8.
Yeah, no, never saw it.
You know that wasn't the gold medal game?
It wasn't?
No. It wasn't. The gold medal game was against oh my God, I forgot. But no, that was not the
They had to beat them to get to the gold medal.
They had to beat Finland, I think.
No, it was Russia.
No, was it? Oh, yeah, it was Russia. But I think that they went on. I think.
Did you watch the movie? I thought you watched it.
Yeah, I watched it a long time ago. Were you getting mad at me because I didn't see it?
Jesus, no, but you were bragging about watching it live.
Who won the gold medal in the 1980 Olympics in hockey?
That was a horrible.
I will get that answer later.
See, we're going to get a lot of slack from people that are hockey fans.
Yeah, you know what? And I really feel as a man, I should watch more hockey because those guys are so.
They are
tough,
the real athletes.
I mean, come on, man. Those guys are tougher than anybody in any sport.
They are the real athletes.
Absolutely. I mean, think about all the stuff that like baseball players, football players do, basketball players. They do all that shit on skates, and they fight during it.
And they'll go get stitches and come back out on the ice.
Yeah, spit their teeth
now
out.
You have turf toe. You're out for a month.
I know. It's pretty unfortunate, but I think, yeah, I know.
And then you have LeBron and them doing the, what's it called? Something maintenance?
Load maintenance.
Load maintenance.
Yeah, load maintenance. But they're saying now that it's the owners and the coaches that are doing it because the owners feel that they're paying this guy so much, all these guys so much money. Oh, he just hit on a hot button topic for me right now with fucking LeBron. What he said about LeBron said recently that it's harder to play an 82 game season now than it was back then. He's out of his mind.
Yeah. Well, what they're saying is because the majority of the players are better than the majority of the players back then.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know. They're saying that's one of the things why, because now like Jordan could do that because he was going against this nobody.
Well, but
they still have that on the other teams.
Yeah, but you also got to realize too, like it was a defensive. There was like real tough guys back then.
Dude, you were getting hammered.
Yeah, but that's what I mean though. Was the play like, are they better athletes now, or like what?
There's no doubt.
Right, but
overall,
but why are they getting hurt more? Why can't they play 82 games? Like, all these guys back then, it was like a badge of honor to play 82 games. Yeah. It's like nobody was taking load management. I don't know, dude.
Oh, my live's going. I'm sorry. My live's going.
That's gone.
No, it's ending in 3 minutes.
Ending in 3 minutes.
I don't know how to get that off.
We've been on for a little bit over an hour.
That's it?
Yeah, man. Seems like it's an hour.
Yeah, it seems I thought we were here for like 2 hours.
Now. Just lost track of time.
Yeah.
We just time warped.
Yeah, I'm still going live. So whoever's on there, thank you. I haven't been interacting at all.
No, that's all right. Have you been getting like interaction on the?
I don't know.
We need to go. We got
to see my confused face right now. Is all they're seeing.
Yeah. No, you have to move that. You have to move the piece to make it a puzzle. So you missed it, dude. Come on, ready? One.
Wow, I didn't even see that.
Right there. Bam.
Good.
See,
all right,
now you're back. See,
back in action.
That's kind of like if you're not a robot, a robot probably couldn't do that. Although
I had to do that the other day.
For what?
Because I was trying to sign something, so I had to do that robot.
Yeah.
That has pictures and like pick every box that motorcycle's in.
So stupid.
So my thing is, like, there was a box that had just part of the tire.
Yeah.
The motorcycle's in that one.
Yes.
But apparently not, because I had to do another one.
Really?
And I was like with street signs. And then there's one picture where like they took it from here and they took a picture of the baseball field over there. And I'm like, I can't tell if there's cars there. Why'd you take it from? So yeah, nope. I guess I'm a robot. Another one popped up
again. So what happened after that? Did you finally get in?
I think they realized I might have been needed help.
Yeah.
You're a dumb robot. One. Picked the one with the cat, and there was one box.
A cat and it said,
else. It said, pick this one, idiot. Yeah.
That's called CAPTCHA. I think it's called.
Yes,
called
CAPTCHA.
CAPTCHA.
That is CAPTCHA. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you're right though, because I do the same thing. Like, is there a little tiny piece of the wheel?
Yeah, like it had like 12 boxes.
Yeah,
just the 4 on this side.
Okay,
didn't have the motorcycle because like the handle was here, so the mirror coming off the handle was in the box above it. I'm like, technically, it's not the motorcycle, but it's part of the motorcycle.
You're gonna tell me that robots aren't eventually gonna figure that shit out?
They're figuring it out already.
Yeah, they're gonna start talking to each other soon. We're done, dude. We're done as a society. These robots are going to come in and they're going to be smarter than us. Right now, these computers are talking to each other right now. And they're like, yo, these people are so dumb. They're not catching up to us. Oh, let's just play stupid for a little while. AI is playing stupid right now.
I saw a video where a guy that's big into AI and that, and he goes, if you think we're advanced now, he goes, we're so far behind.
Yeah.
He goes, as soon as we create something, there's something already better than that. He goes, there's no way we are at where we can be. He goes, it's just every time you make something, and if you think that's the best, he goes, then you're not going to succeed. He goes, as soon as we make something, we're looking to see what was already built.
Like, let me ask you a question. Like, I don't know how much thought you put into this, but it's progressing at such a fast pace, like AI. Like, where do you perceive it going? Like, what's going to happen eventually with it? Like, what do you think is going to happen with it?
To be honest with you, I haven't thought about it.
No?
Again.
Yeah, I hear you.
Again. Yeah. But nothing I will do will change that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really waste time and think, oh, what's going to happen?
Yeah. But I just, you know what? I got, I pay attention to it a little just because I want to know what direction it's going to go. Because if you think about it, it's like what the whole gist of it is, it's like it's just taking, trillions and trillions of pieces of information and spitting it out at like just a very fast pace. So eventually it's going to get to a point where AI is just going to be everywhere, but it's only going to be as smart as the stuff that's being put into the database or wherever it's getting its information from.
Which the majority of the people
are dumb.
Yeah.
It's like people going to.
But AI is everywhere already.
I know. Like I put a picture of Shannon in ChatGPT and with some kind of like weird, like, emoji thing, like with her hair going like this. Her picture came to life and she made like this weird face.
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm saying. The AI stuff nowadays, you don't know if you're watching something that's real.
Yeah.
AI. And that's the bad part is now everything, you're skeptical of everything you see. Now, is that done for a reason?
I don't know. Exactly. That's what I think so. I think it is done for a reason.
So you can't really like question because you don't know.
Right. And I think that they're getting to a point now, and I'm going to get real freaking stoner on you right now, but like this whole thing, like when they talk about like this universal basic income that everybody wants to have, you heard about that? Like, or universal, like they say that eventually jobs are going to become obsolete and people want to give us a universal basic income. But Elon Musk and his big brain says it's going to be a universal high income. Now, what they're saying is there's not going to be any real jobs anymore. So what's going to happen is like people aren't going to need money anymore because everybody's going to get the same. Everybody's going to get enough to live on or whatever, like to get their means or to enough to live on, to pay that. But we're not going to have to pay bills because robots are going to do everything for us. So today I was thinking about myself that like this income that they're talking about, they're going to give to everybody. If they really want robots and AI to take over, you don't have to pay the robots, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to generate money. But again, it gets where it gets crazy is like, what is it just going to become like Wall-E and nobody's going to do anything?
Yeah. But here's my thing. Who's saying this and in what time frame?
They're saying soon.
No.
They're saying, I mean, soon within maybe 100 years, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Like, who knows if someone's going to swoop in all of a sudden, like, like, oh, our jobs are all gone. Okay. So, but that's okay. You don't need to work. Why? Because you're getting this universal income. You don't need money anymore. But okay, what do you mean I don't need money anymore? But I was very passionate about my job.
But my thing is, here's the thing. Where's the universal money coming from?
From the production of the robots, whatever they're doing.
So who's making the robots?
Electricians that are going to still have to work.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
I don't know, man.
Getting paid for making the robots. And yes, a robot can make a robot.
All right, but but
my thing is someone's getting paid. There's no way to have universal money if it's not being moved anywhere.
But what if it's the one person that just rules the world and says, I'm just going to make robots to make the robots?
Where'd we just delve into?
I'm just saying, like, because it's going to happen.
What part of I don't think like that do you not understand?
I'm just saying.
That never comes into my mind.
Yeah.
What comes into my mind is, all right, is Jack going to be home for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
All right, Jack, are you going to be home tomorrow? I'm thinking about tomorrow. I'm not thinking about we're not going to have to work. Because guess what? When I wake up tomorrow,
I
don't have to work. It's Sunday. But
yeah,
Monday through Friday,
I'm
going to work.
No, I
don't think of like 100 years down the road if there's going to be jobs or listen to people talking about that.
Yeah.
Because
let alone listen to yourself talk about it, right?
Yeah. So like when you were just saying that, I'm like, how much?
Where are we going?
How much does that occupy your thought? And then again, I know you.
Yes, I need occupation up there. I need occupation.
Is, you know how they say people can have like people put like a hotel in their brain and they to remember stuff they put it in separate rooms.
Yeah,
you have an
abundance of rooms.
Yes.
Yeah,
with multiple families in each room.
100%.
All opening the door to talk at one time.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the hard. No, that's the hard part. When they all open up at once, that's the hard part.
But the way you were just talking, I'm like, that occupies his mind.
Yeah, because it does. But you know what the crazy part about that is? The way you don't choose to think about that stuff, I could just put that back at any second and it won't bother me anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because there's just something else brewing to come up that I could just say.
Something will take its place.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about that, but
here I am. There it is. Okay, robots, back in brain. All right, now let's talk about the Jets. No, but that's how my brain works differently than yours.
Yeah.
It just does. That's the way it is.
But Shannon doesn't like it either because I don't stress about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because to me, it doesn't help.
Right. You know what?
If someone's sick or I'm going to stress about that.
Yeah.
Even though nothing I do will help, it's still a stressful situation.
Right.
But things that I have no control over, I try not to stress over because it does no good for you.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I hear what you're saying, because with me it's a little different. With me, it's like I'm an at the moment stressor. But then if it's like if something takes its place and then somebody brings it up 3 days later, I'm like, how are you so stressed out about it? Because it's just gone. But like, I'll heighten everything to like the full extent for like a half hour. And then I'll just not forget about it, but I'll just put it somewhere else. And then if somebody bring it up again, I'm just like, all right, whatever. Right. We just getting so crazy about it. But that's just because that's the way my brain works in spurts. It's like I get these little bursts of like whatever, like, dopamine and serotonin, and the way my neurotransmitters work with each other. They bounce to different, I don't know. That's just like I said, our brains just work differently that way, and stuff that, like weed kind of calms it down a little bit,
right?
It just does, and then when it starts to act up again, I don't know, because it's been acting up lately. And that's like I said, like it just, remember I said to you the other day, or I said to somebody the other day, it's like, I was telling somebody that the best feeling in the entire world, and people can make sex or whatever, but the absolute best feeling in the entire world is when you got something going on and you're like, what the hell am I gonna do? And all of a sudden you wake up and it's gone. Not gone, but it's like it's solved. It's like there literally is no better feeling in the world than that. Like it's better than anything. That release of like stress from your chest. Like when you feel like there's like 100-pound weight on your chest for like 3 months, and all of a sudden someone comes, I got that. It's like, oh my God, thank you. It's like, I don't know. It's just, and again, just like recently I was feeling about something, but then all of a sudden, bang. It's like, holy cow, let's figure it out. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just crazy. What are these chicks doing?
I don't know.
Did they win gold? Yeah, I think so. Were they doubles?
I don't know.
Double speed skating? Was it like a relay?
Like a relay?
Like when we used to do relay races in high school?
Oh, I think that was a single.
Oh, whatever. All right, so you don't want to talk about AI?
No.
That's awesome. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I don't think, you know what I'm saying? It's again, just not something I.
Yeah. Well, but that's good that that's good that you like that. Like, even like, you know what, you kind of like, when I asked you like where you eventually want to end up, I kind of like, you surprised me a little bit, because you like going up to the camper and stuff like that, but you do like the beach also. But
I love warm weather.
That's what I'm saying. Like, would you want to kind of like you want to live on the beach? Like, is that, because I know you like going up to the camper. Like, you like beach or you like the lake better? Like, what do you like better?
Beach.
Yeah. All right. So
if I had to pick one or the other, beach.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Same with us.
Camping's relaxing, but
being
in an ocean, being at the beach, it's just
You still have your camper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
We actually have two. Anyone's looking for a camper, I have one for sale.
All right, you heard it first.
Perfect 2-person camper.
You heard it first.
Very well taken care of.
Nice.
It's in Pennsylvania, so if you're in PA, it's right there. No, but we got the new one, then we have our old one we're trying to get rid of.
Yeah.
But we love camping, but it's just, that's another thing that makes it a summer, because we go up Thursday night, come home Sunday, try to get all our laundry done just to get back there Thursday night. So it's like, we were talking about the kids, how quickly it goes.
Yeah.
That's when you're looking forward to the next. It's like Shay and I are saying, like, we haven't been at the house that much.
Yeah.
Flowers out back, doing anything out back, nothing, because we've been camping.
Yeah.
We love it, but it also takes a lot of time.
Well, yeah. You also get to a point now where I think, me and Shannon too, we just got to really start enjoying ourselves and like relaxing and like, not stressing. Like I said this to somebody, like the older that we're getting is like, not that the, like stuff doesn't stress me out, but it's different types of like stuff. Like, the go, getting the kids here, getting the kids there, but it's a little more like quieter in here, like, as the kids get older. I mean, I know they say, little kids, small problems, big kids, big problems, but my kids are problems.
We lucked out.
Yes, we
lucked
did.
out.
Yeah. I mean, we have good kids, and that we did luck out, because I hear horror stories from some of my friends, man. But also we think, Josh, like, I don't understand when a dad will say like they don't know how to talk to their kids. Or like my kid just like, ignores me, or my kid, like I used to tell me, he used to rip the fucking door off the hinge. I know, but I'm saying that's good parenting.
I wouldn't rip it off. I would take it off.
Take it off. But
there's a huge
difference. You know what I mean?
As my son was cowering in the corner, apparently.
Well,
Daddy's ripping the door off again.
I know.
No.
Is that funny when they say, "Oh, you're so cute"? Whatever. Somebody's got real issues with thinking as a kid. Oh, I yelled at you. Oh, you poor baby. I
I'm gonna
ripped your
call
door
CPS.
off.
I'm like, go ahead, call CPS. You think I'm bad?
I'll tell if I don't count. It didn't. I don't think that. I think they didn't. But he told me a couple weeks ago that he remember. I'm not even telling this. That he was so bad one night, and what do you call it? It was like 2:00 in the morning, and he was screaming. He just would not stop. And I know you can't believe that it's Aiden, but picked him up 2:00 in the morning. I put him in the car, and I told him I was taking him to the police station. And we're driving. I literally drove to East Fishkill Police Station. I pulled into the drive. He was screaming and crying the whole time. I'm like, you better be good. You better be good. He pulled into the drive. Like, I feel so bad for that, but he remembers it. Again, he's not like traumatized from it, but he's like,
Shannon did that to the boys.
Good. I'm glad
They
I'm
were
not the
fighting.
only one.
They were fighting, and she threw him in the car.
Yeah.
And I think it was Jack did something. And I was working, and she threw him in the car.
Yeah.
Pulled up to the police station.
Yeah.
Told Jack to get out. Now Maddie's screaming, no, don't make him go.
Yeah.
Oh, they still talk about that.
Exactly.
But there were consequences for what they did.
Exactly.
But what's funny is my sister and brother-in-law were supposed to come this weekend.
And
he doesn't come down that often.
Right.
But every time he was down, they would stay in Maddie's room.
Okay.
And every time we had to put the door back on. So he thought we never. He's like, I've been down to your house, and every time the door's been off Maddie's room. The one time there's no TV, we couldn't watch TV, and you had to put the door on.
But that's the point.
So Shannon and I were going to take the door off just to piss with him.
That's so funny. But that's the point that I was making about the door and stuff like that. Like, you're gonna. If I need to talk to you, we're gonna talk. They go like, that's the relationship we're gonna have. Like, I'm not, we're not gonna barrel in, but we're gonna, even if it seems like it's going away, we're gonna force it because we're not gonna let that bond. But then there's dad say, oh, my son just locks himself in his room and he doesn't talk to me, and I don't know how to talk to him. And I'm like, I don't know, I don't understand what that's like because my kids are very open and my wife too.
And it's hard to say why, but I think it begins at birth.
Yeah,
how you raise them, how you talk to them, how you're in their life, and that.
Yeah. That's probably the animals.
Yeah. But I think that's how it creates that bond early on.
Yeah.
That if you're not a communicative dad or you're because of business, you weren't around as much. I think that bond is created, but then there's also problems that happen in the family and shit like that.
Well, yeah.
But normalcy is, I think it starts at the beginning.
Yeah. Like our house is like, it's organized confusion. It's craziness, but that's our house.
Because think about it, back in the day, most mothers raised the kids.
Yeah.
The father worked, the mother raised the kids.
Yeah.
But most of the father sons didn't have that close relationship that we have with our boys.
Right.
Because the fathers weren't as involved.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
just said, you know what I'm saying? Damn it.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. But
yeah.
But I think that's what creates it also.
Okay. Yeah, because I know I tell the story all the time. Like, once I saw my kids, like I made a conscious decision that that's what it was going to be all about.
Yeah.
And that was it. No ifs, no ands, no buts.
The funny thing is, there's no book. Well, they have books.
Yeah.
But they should have tests to see if you could be a mother or father.
Yeah.
Not everyone should.
No, exactly.
But there's no, you learn from what you see, how you grew up and stuff like that. But there's nothing like that first when you realize the responsibility you have now.
Yeah. Like I talk about it all the time. Like, and I use Aiden as an example because he's our first. And it's like, because he's the one that made me a father,
right.
Jack, second. But the minute you see the kids, especially the first, it's like, there's just something happens to you and it's very quick. And I don't think some men don't catch that,
no.
But it's like, I felt it. And I was like, I caught it, or I felt that feeling. It went from my toes to the bottom of my head. And I just started crying. I remember when I saw Aiden's head. And I was like, you know what? This is it, man. This is it. This is what I'm here for. Boom.
You saw him coming out?
I was in the room for both of my kids.
Well, Shannon had to have C-section.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't see anything.
Bro, watching the both of those kids being born is still the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. I was bawling.
Yeah.
I cut the umbilical cord, and it's like, just to see the both of them. And again, I use Aiden because he's the first, but that feeling you get with the first, and same with the second too. But the first time you see it, dude, you're like,
I don't know that feeling.
Okay.
Because the first, we also lost Joey.
Okay. That's right.
So we didn't have that just joy.
Okay.
So with Maddie, yes, but we didn't like that. For what you were saying,
right?
First, we didn't because what happened
Understood.
is
Yep. I got you.
you couldn't feel, you felt happy.
Yeah.
You felt bad for feeling happy because of what happened.
Right.
So I don't know that joy of firstborn child.
Gotcha. Yeah, I hear you. But but I'm talking about even just the feeling that you get when you realize that you're going to be a father. And it's like, some people don't catch that feeling. Like, it's just
and like you said, everything you do from here on out is for them.
Yeah. Yep. And you have to be okay with that.
Right.
Because that's just what it is.
Maddie's our good friend, Craig Divney.
Yeah.
His son's birthday is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So Maddie wanted to go up to Cortland.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, dude, we're getting bad weather.
Yeah.
We don't want you to drive. Well, I'm 21 and all that. And we finally were like, you're an adult. We don't want you to go, but you're going to make your own decision.
Yeah.
So he was all acting all pissy. And then he decided to go. And we're down there. And I said, look, we're not happy you're going. I said, but what you don't realize is we weren't saying we didn't want you to go. I said, because we didn't want you to go.
Right.
I said, it's because you won't realize this till you have a kid. I said, we're going to have a knot in our stomach the entire time you're traveling back home through that winter storm. Yeah. I said, you don't realize that feeling because you don't have a son.
Yeah.
And I said, you don't know how bad we would feel if something would happen to you because we allowed you to go.
Yeah.
He goes, no, I understand. I said, but that's the thing. It's like, and it's not just you, it's the other drivers.
Yeah.
That you have to worry about. I said, you can be going 55, but if someone's 75 behind you and can't stop.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the worry too. Even like, Aiden too, like went to go to, I think one of the wrestling events was out in Brooklyn. It was at the Barclays Center, and in my head, I just said to him, I was like, it's going to be dangerous for them to get on the subway and go to Barclays Center. When in actuality, it's really not. But my brain, if they're getting on a subway, going to Brooklyn to an event, they're going to come back 1 o'clock in the morning. Right. My head goes the absolute worst. It's like, if I'm standing there, we'll handle the situation. But they're not prepared for those kind of situations.
Right. But here's the thing. We did it.
That's the point I was trying to make. Like, we know how we navigated those situations, but I don't know if my kids are going to navigate it the same way.
That's what I was just going to say. We did it without any questions. Our parents didn't. They probably worried, but not like we do now.
Right.
But we know our boys would be able to do it.
Yes.
But why do we think they can't? Because they wouldn't be able to do it the way we did it.
Yeah. You know why? Josh, it's like, I think it boils down to is you just know you. And that's it. Like you could know somebody like in and out. Like I can know my wife, but I don't know what she's thinking. Or I don't know how she but only how you're going to handle situations. Like you could pass all that stuff on, but is that going to correlate from?
But I tell you right now, you can say Jack will handle one situation better than Aiden.
Yes.
And Aiden would handle better. Your kids on how they would react to certain.
I do.
Like, I think, I hate to say it, Aiden's such a sweet kid, but I think Jack I would allowed him to go down to Brooklyn before I would allow Aiden.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything because I just think Jack is more of that.
Yeah.
Don't F around with me type of kid.
Yeah.
Aware of that situation.
Yeah.
Where Aiden and Maddie were more of a just good thought. Like nothing's going to happen.
Right.
Jack is more of he'd be on the lookout.
Right. And that's, and in Aiden's defense, so like Aiden, like, when he goes, like, he's like fully super aware, like he puts like, the phone in the pocket, he takes his headphones off and he puts, he likes walking around the city, and he's aware that people might do something or if they try to attack him. Like Shannon walked in on me one day trying to tell Aiden that if he feels threatened, like if he's sitting at the subway and somebody walks up to him and he feels threatened, punch him. And I don't know if that's the right thing for tell him to do, but 95% of the time that person's coming to attack you. So if you just kind of like, maybe they'll leave or maybe it may make the situation worse, but
that's the thing. Because now if you stand up and start yelling or push, now they can punch you.
Right. Exactly. And I don't know, but again, like, I just know how I handle those situations. And like, how it's like, and our kids are still kind of like figuring that kind of stuff out.
But see, I would see Jack punch him before Aiden. Aiden would stick up for himself.
Yeah, of course.
But I would see Jack throwing the punch.
Yeah.
Before Aiden throwing the punch.
Yeah. And Aiden, he's so good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So is Jack. It's demeanor though. It's demeanor.
Demeanor wise.
Yeah.
He's looking at oh no, it's not gonna Jack's like, I'm not gonna let it happen. Like, Aiden, I don't want to hit him.
Yeah. What about Maddie and Jack?
Maddie's, I don't know, Jack. It's hard to say. Jack's a hothead.
Okay.
But he's nicer. Maddie would say something to someone before Jack would.
Gotcha. Okay. And that's that's kind of like, my boys too. It's like, with, Aiden would definitely say something, but it'd be a little more reluctant to, like you said. I think Jack would just dive right in.
Yeah.
I don't know. And like I said, your boys had that similar difference, I guess, right?
Yeah,
As far as like one's a little more, and it's you think that Maddie would say something over Jack, right?
Yes.
All right. So it's the younger ones, over the older ones, you know? So yeah, again, it's how they're raised and stuff like
Jack
that.
pushes against us. Like
Right.
he'll argue with us.
Right.
But if it's another he's not that combative with other people.
Right.
He can be if he's pushing the point, but Maddie would be quicker
Gotcha.
to flip the switch than Jack is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's we just want them to just be able to take care. And again, you asked said before, like, why don't we think that? Just because I think that we just maybe it also like we want to hang on to being able to protect them as long as we can. You know what I mean?
Like, sometimes that hinders it.
It does
by not allowing them to go down and do it.
Yeah, like we'll get a little bit better with them. Not allowing them. It's like
that's what I'm saying. And I said to Matt, I'm like, we can't allow you. You're 21. You're an adult. Yes, you're still in my house, and I say that you're in my house, my rule still.
Yeah.
But not as much, but I try to believe that.
Yeah, me too. It's like, you really like, I could say you can't do that, but at the end of the day, it's like, what am I doing here? He's 21. It's like, I can't tell him not, I have to let him make mistakes. I have to let them make their own mistakes, and it's not big ones. And if the big ones, we're going to take care of if we can, but it's like, you have to let them figure shit out, man.
Yeah. Like tonight, I could be like, Jack, change your tire. He would have had no clue how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I wouldn't do that. Like I said, I would have been there in 2 seconds if either one of my boys called. But in 2 seconds.
But he was like, sorry, Dad. Dude, I'm like, no need to be sorry.
Yeah.
Then he saw me getting pissed at I actually threw the fix-it flat on the ground and it shot off like a missile.
Oh my God.
He thought I was mad at him. I'm like, dude, it wasn't you. I said, it was just everything that happened. I'm like, because there was no hole in it. I could have just pumped it up, drove it home. And I said, then that happened.
What are you going to do?
But I'm trying not to do that. Next time what to talk about it. But I'm starting to become less agnostic and more. I got the Hallow app. I listen to Psalms. I know we're not going to do it. It's too late now.
You have to promise me another one soon.
Listen to the Tim Tebow talk. Love the guy. Sports. He should have been the people everyone said to their kids. This is if you want to be an athlete, this is who you should be.
Yeah.
Yes, his religion, everything else, but the way he played the game, the way he was a leader, just overall, great guy. Now, yes, does he have skeletons? Most likely, but I guarantee you nothing like the majority of people.
Yeah.
But I listen to his podcast, love him, but sometimes his voice kills me because always like it sounds he's on the verge of crying.
Yeah.
So when you're listening to a podcast, you can't see the face.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit to get through it, but he was on the Sean Ryan one. I know you said you
wish I could get a voiceover just for that because he's talking. What he's saying is amazing.
But it's the voice. But I got his book.
Okay.
And
does he voice it?
I can. What's sad is in that interview with Sean Ryan, he talked about some of the passages in his book.
Yeah.
And I can hear that voice. And it's just like, again, now I'm making, but it's just a voice like the Hallow app. You can pick who you want to talk. And the first guy was like, no, I'm not listening. I can't listen to this guy talk. So I picked another guy to pick, but the voice makes a big difference in how you hear it.
Who's been reading the Bible every day? Aiden.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been, Michael Scuderi is very religious.
All right.
And, they talk a lot. They hang out a lot. And, he's kind of like, been talking to him about it. And he's like, he bought a Bible a couple weeks ago, and he seemed reluctant to tell me, which I don't know why, but like, it
wasn't big in your house,
right? But then he's like, that's awesome. That's like, because again, we could go into depth about this next time we talk, but like, I don't know, I'm kind of like changing my tune on a little bit too, man.
Because there's been so many things. I've always said things happen for a reason, but what's that reason? Why is there a reason?
Yeah, I know.
And there's been so many things that's happened to where I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
Because I was always like, I don't believe, not that I don't believe, I'm not sure.
That's agnostic.
How could one person create all this?
Yeah.
And it's just a story. And I always said it was because man's biggest fear is fear of the unknown.
Right.
That is the man's biggest fear, not knowing. And I said the biggest fear for people is death because it is really one of the only unknowns that there ever is.
Yeah.
You don't know what comes after. And I said that was people's way to eliminate that fear.
Yeah.
Now there is a known. Mm-hmm. Now you're going to go to heaven.
Yeah.
You're going to, you know what I'm saying? So that eliminates the people's fear of the unknown because one of my biggest fears was dying. I said that before.
Yeah.
I'd wake up in a panic because I would picture dying in just blackness.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I've been reading about, to where that's your mind. You're not letting it go.
Right. Right. Somebody that we used to work with, I won't mention her name, but because I've been reading some of her stuff, and you probably know who I'm talking about.
Who I used to work with, you still do.
Yes.
I love that girl.
She's amazing.
She, from the day we still talk.
Yeah.
From day one, it was just.
She's very nice.
Yeah.
She's a legitimately nice person.
And she tries to do good. And the conversation, I felt like I could talk to her instantly.
Yeah.
About everything. And I think she reciprocated the same thing.
Yeah.
And I can joke with her about things.
Mm-hmm.
And because I know her.
Yeah.
Where I wouldn't have.
Yes.
But I started joking with her right away because it's a good soul.
Yeah.
And she helped me become this way more. Like, we spoke about religion. She's very religious. She's out there and she tells you about it.
Yeah.
And she knows she's not perfect.
Right.
But there's so many things that we spoke about, or things that happened that kind of goes right. And I'll text her, WhatsApp her right away. Hey, I thought of you.
Yeah.
Because it's just the stuff we talked about.
Yeah. She has something written like at her desk, and it's kind of like literally I had to ask her about it because it kind of changed my perception on everything. It just simply says relationship over religion. And I looked at it and I'm like, wow. It's like, for some reason I looked at that and like, it gave me the chills when I read it, because I always focused on religion. Like, the religion, like, whose religion is right? Whose religion is this? Whose religion? But the way I summed it up in my own head real quickly, and it came quick, I was like, I don't have to follow a specific religion. It's all about the relationship you have with Jesus or God. Right. It has nothing to do with really religion, because there's so many different religions. That's the theology of everything.
And that's the other thing I said. There's all these different gods, but I watched the video the other day of this guy that broke it down. He's like, yes, there are, but it's all about this same core element.
Yeah. And
it's not just like, oh, this God, and then you have Buddha and you have this. It's all about this belief and this.
Yeah.
And that's it. He kind of broke down. I was like, oh, actually, you're kind of right. And that's but that was my reason against believing in it.
Yeah.
Well, how can you have 400 different religions?
Right.
But it's not, it's relationship.
But just summed it up with that relationship over religion. And I'm like, oh my God, it just made such quick sense to me. And I said to her, like I said, I talked to her about religion, and like, she's like, I told her she's kind of changing my mind on it a little bit. Cause I'm a hard sell, but I'm not going to, like, the Catholic Church. Just,
it's a business,
but Christianity,
it's the world's largest business.
I know, but again, how I was even worse than you as far as like, I was not believing in anything, but just like slowly, last couple of months, man, I'm just like, maybe like the last like 6 months, I've just been like, wow, like they even say stuff like, I was more of a science over anything, but someone said, like, do you know if like the earth like moves like I don't know, like a minuscule amount, it would just blow up. Everything just perfectly aligned, and everything does everything in the world just does everything perfectly.
We got to talk about this next time.
Yes, we could.
Because I'm telling you, we both have changed.
Yeah. Since
the last time we came on.
Yes.
In that respect, like I have the Hallow, and I was listening to Shannon's like, she's Catholic.
Yeah.
Irish, Italian Catholic. So when she's like, you're listening to Hallow? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you're not religious.
Wow.
I said, I'm not religious. I said, but I'm trying to educate myself.
Yeah. So that's going to be the topic of the next podcast. So you have to promise me we're going to do another podcast.
We'll do another one.
Yes. Another one. All right. That's it. Yeah, we did a good hour and 40 minutes.
All right.
That's good. All right, Josh. Like I said, it's good shooting the breeze with you.
Yeah.
And we can definitely do it again soon.
We're going to have to listen to this, because I guarantee you our trains veered.
Well, yeah. A lot. Yeah, they did. They definitely veered a lot. They absolutely did. But, we got a little bit.
That's conversation.
Exactly. That's how conversations
What
go.
I like is, where's the book? Where's the book?
What book?
There you go.
Oh,
that didn't get pulled out. I know you have notes. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I have. Like I said, you know what else I want to talk about? We got 2 topics to talk about next time. We're going to talk about religion, and we're going to talk about
not AI.
Ayahuasca against opioids, and why one is legal and why one isn't.
That will be a one-sided conversation.
Okay.
I'll look into it.
All right. Ayahuasca versus why these stupid opioids can be prescribed to you, but I can't go to an island, or I can't do it here. Something that's going to make my brain feel better, but yet somebody could give me an opioid. Exactly. We're going to talk about that next time
almighty
too.
dollar.
And that boils down to a little bit of spirituality too.
Yes.
The whole ayahuasca and ibogaine thing. So we'll talk about that. And we'll talk about religion.
All righty.
All right, Josh. It's good hanging with you, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Peace.
Gosh, that was awesome.